Hello, darling. Remember me? Don't get too worked up. That glass of milk you had before you went to bed, I may have laced it with a very strong sedative. The favorite chocolate milk you always drink to help you sleep. I know you changed the locks on all the doors, but I still know all the windows you keep unlocked. Because I know you don't check every single window. I think you didn't realize how crazy I actually was. You know, I still have access to the ring. And I know if you ever changed your work hours, like you did, you forgot to remove me from it. So I snuck in, and I gave you some sedative. Don't try to work yourself up. I gave you quite a bit, so it's not like you're gonna go anywhere. Just so I can have you all to myself tonight. Being you never let me talk or tell you my side of the story. You always block me from everything. And don't ever want to talk because you don't like arguing. I don't like arguing with you either. But you never let me talk. So I did this just to be able to spend one last time with you. I guess physically, I'll still always be watching you. Always dreaming about you. But you're my true love. You always will be. So, I do have my knife here. Obviously, for protection. I actually know how scared of knives you are. I kind of want to see you tremble in fear before I leave one last time. To be honest. All the trouble that you put me through. And just half of me wants revenge. The other half of me doesn't. Because I love you. And I don't think I'm ever gonna stop loving you. I don't think I'm ever gonna stop stalking you. Sorry. You should have never fallen in love with me. Or made me fall in love with you. Because there's no getting rid of me. You're stuck with me forever. Even when you think that you've seen the end of me, will always pop up the most random of ways. There's always going to be something that's going to make you think of me. I always got some kind of prank or something up my sleeve. You said I was controlling. Well, baby, I can show you what controlling really is. I always felt misunderstood. But now, I feel very well understood. I feel like you never wanted to spend time with me. Do you know, at one point in my life I did think that I deserved better. But I don't know. I got attached. Just wanted you all the time. You were mine. And you will always and forever be mine. Whether you like it or not. So, I've been doing a little stalking, and I see you've been having trouble falling asleep. So, I did put a sedative in your milk, which should definitely help. It takes a little bit to kick in, and I wanted to make my presence known while you were drifting off to sleep. Wanted to tell everything I love about you. I love it when you Google pictures of dinosaurs while you're taking your morning poop. I love it. When you gag because you can't touch raw meat. I love your eyes. I love your hair when you haven't showered in 5 days. When I say I love everything about you, I really do. The most random of things. I'll stop teasing you with the knife now. I might just leave my cat pillow here. Something to remind you of me. Obviously, I can't stay here and sleep with you. I wish I could. But you might get up before me and call the cops. And I don't want to be here when you do that. I'm gonna disappear again. But I want you to know that I'll always be watching. Always. I used to always like to watch you sleep. Just stare at you. If you're not snoring, you're making weird facial expressions, kind of like when cats and dogs dream and they move their hands and paws. It's kind of like what you do. I had to go through all your accounts once because you were making kissy faces in your sleep. So I assumed you wanted to cheat on me. You already were in your dreams, but I wanted to make sure this woman didn't exist in real life. So I went through and deleted any and every other competition out of your life. I even removed your mom and your sister off your Facebook. Because they're still women. And if you go on other sites, incest is a very popular thing. Gross, but they're competition. They're still other women. I didn't want them in your life. And you can't ever move on. You might think you're going to one day, but I'll always be watching. And I'll always involve myself one way or another. I'll let you know I'm nearby somehow. You're never gonna get away from me, so don't ever try. I will still find you. No matter where you go, no matter what state you move to, country, I'll always find you. You can't leave me. I'll always be watching. Go to sleep. You don't need to worry. I'm not going to steal anything. I just want to watch you sleep. It's very relaxing for me. Just to watch you fall asleep. Watch all those thoughts leave your mind. Just watch you feel at ease. What's it like to get a good night's sleep? I guess if it means watching the love of my life sleep, who needs sleep? You need to learn to stop struggling. I'll always have a way in your house. I know you're gonna think, oh, I'm gonna lock all the windows next time. You can easily get a copy of your keys. I used to live here, so I know everything. I knew one day this would happen. So, I knew one day this would happen. So there's a lot of stuff in the house. You won't ever know. A lot of booby traps and cameras, and you can try and remove whatever you can find, but I'll always be watching. Always. Good night, my love.